Recession, everybody. We had to redo it. I don't know if it's the algorithms or my rhythm. I don't even know which one, but I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And it's cutting off on everybody. But we just had to pick it back up and swing it back around again, everybody. Come on now. Something's going on with my live today. Yesterday we had an awesome live. Today the live's barely hanging on live, right? It's craziness. This live doesn't even want to be live. It's weird. I don't know what something's happening today because I never seen this before. This is really acting weird today. Hi everybody, Jason's on. Okay, now let's see if this works, everyone. Seriously, because like this is strange how my lives are acting up. Now yesterday we had the best live ever, and we're gonna do it today, right, Jason? Come on, we're swinging this back around today, everybody. Come on. So I have actually, everyone. I'm gonna stop and get coffee, and I'm actually on my way to my brother's. He is at Diane's now, so yesterday he wasn't there, so I didn't get a chance to see him. So it was just me and Diane. That's why we were starting up the damn the darn motorcycle stuff. I wanted to say this, everyone. Like, I'm the type of person where like I have controlled cussing syndrome, where I can control my swear words, but sometimes like I'm just a soft. I'm not. I mean, I cuss, but it's innocent, right? Coffee with exactly. So having coffee with me. I just want to clear something up because I know I need a little cussy word slip, and I have all my little loves, my little sissies that love the show, and it's like I don't want their parents to have to go cover the ears. No, because I want to be inspiring to those little sisters, right? But this is an adult channel. Okay, so I want to talk about this card right here that's right in front of my face, everybody. And I'm gonna when I get my coffee, I'm gonna pull over, sit a minute in the parking lot, and pick 4 cards for all of you. And maybe do some random stuff here. So everybody, come on if you want a card pull. But this right here, happiness. How many people are actually living your best life right now? And I'm not lying to you because there's so many people out there. Hi, is it Erin? Okay. How many people out there are this? And I'm not lying to you, everybody. You're not happy with your life, your marriage, your husband. Your kids are driving you nuts. It's just everything. Your job. How many people are actually happy out here, everybody? USA. And I just wanted to talk about that once I get coffee. And I may have a date. I mean, I know I come on and I fit to all of you. But you don't know. You gotta stay tuned on this ride because I'm a single lady. You don't know what's gonna happen, right? You don't know what's gonna happen. And you're my goalie crew. No, my goalie warriors, Jason. My goalie warriors, right? Ain't no damn crew. This is the warriors. The warriors. The warriors. Oh my gosh. But I wanted to talk about that because letting go of something, everyone, that does not make you happy is the best feeling in the world. Do you realize that? When you let go of when you're in a negative relationship, right? Do you realize letting go of that shit is the best reward you will ever have in your life? Because you're letting go of something that is not bringing you peace in your life, bringing you happiness, bringing you joy. It's nothing but fucking stress. And who needs that, everyone? We're all upset, right? Oh, wow. So he says that's my favorite song. I am the warrior. And hard to and easy to survive. The warrior. There you go. I am the warrior. Right. There you go. Look at Jason. Hit that subscribe. Listen, I love my guys. See, this is a happy channel, everybody. We ain't got time. Because when people start coming on here with this negative energy, you know how I am. I do not tolerate that very well at all, everyone. And neither should you. I would never be in a relationship in this in this time in my life, in this stage of my life, and be unhappy and miserable. You gotta be out of your damn mind. I'd sit and talk to my dog before I'd be in a relationship that's miserable. Everybody wake up. Your happiness is important. Your happiness is everything. I'm not joking you. If you're in a sour relationship, do you realize that shit will only get more sour? It ain't gonna get any better. When you wake up and someone's miserable, do you realize they're always gonna be miserable like that? When you go to sleep at night and they're still bitching at you, do you realize it's gonna be endless bitching at you? It's time for a clean out, everybody. Somebody, I don't know who I'm supposed to talk to here, but there's something going on, but there's something telling me somebody needs happiness. And if it doesn't resonate with you, don't beat me up over the head about that. If it's not meant for you, then I guess it's not meant. Then if you're happy and this does not resonate with you, then don't worry about this card happiness. Because a lot of people are walking around, they're in bad situations right now, everyone. And you don't have to tell me whether you are or not, because this is just a general, and anybody this could be pertaining to or not pertaining to. But I am feeling this energy. Now look here, everyone. And this is how serious this is. I'm almost to the coffee and you don't know. But this is how serious this is. Look, I got all my cards in here. Okay? And I pulled that. And so, you know, just like I said, I'm going to flip them over because I don't want to see any of them. Because I don't want you to think that I'm just pulling out stuff because, you know, no, it ain't like that. It ain't like that. It ain't fixing to be like that. Absolutely not. No. So happiness is the card that I pulled out before I go and get on this coffee date, right? Because you know I'm always on, right? I gotta be on the coffee date. Come on, who's with me? Come on, who's on with me? So we got happiness, everyone, and I don't know, there's another card that somebody needs to hear. Now, I'm being serious about this. Whoever's on or whoever will get on, let's see. Oh, look at this. This is a new one I made. Timing is everything, everyone. Do you realize timing is everything for a situation? Timing to move forward, timing to get your bearings together, timing to move on from your job, timing to get the hell away from what is not working, right? Timing. Look at this, everybody. That's no joke. That's some real talk. I ain't playing today. Jason said card life, and everybody don't forget to hit that subscribe and that like. I don't like to say that, but please do, because you know. But timing, everyone, look at that beautiful timing, because it's time for someone to make a move, a drastic move. And you could be a business person. I see a briefcase. It could be a man. It is time for you to make a move and get out of a situation that's not working. You got to free yourself. There's something holding you back. It could be a numerous things. I mean, it is serious business. But you're good in business, but man, your love life or whatever it is, it's eating your guts up. You can have a lot of kids. I don't know what is good, but it's timing. Your timing is time to get things situated and get things handled, because this isn't funny here. You know what I mean? I'm serious. When you get this, it's time to bounce. It's time to move forward. Hold on a second, everybody. We're on our date. Hold on, patience, right? Hold on a second, everybody, because you know I'm on my little coffee date and I'm gonna pull over. It's my brother. Uh-oh. All right, everybody. I shuffled the deck of love, right? Seriously, hold on a second. And guess what? I'm on my coffee date. This is the best thank you. Okay, so here we go, everyone. Cheers to this, and let's go, because I'm gonna, and then when I get to my brother's, I'll just, cause we'll talk a little. There is audio now. Here's audio. There you go. Okay, so right here, everyone. I had to put them in here because there's so many cards. They're there. And happiness came up. What is your happiness? Man, it's nice out today. Oh my gosh, it is so nice today in PA. Everyone, you cannot make this up. PA is popping today. It is so nice. PA is popping today. That little car passing. Thank you, baby. Thank you. But I was just thinking about this, like, everyone, and I wanted to talk about this, like, later on. You gotta start stocking up on stuff. I want to actually say this really seriously, because this ties into timing and that card timing, because you have to start stocking up on stuff. I don't care what anybody tells you, what they do, what they don't tell you. You've got to start stocking up on stuff right now, because I am here to tell you that the ships that are coming in are filled with crude oil and stuff like that, but not necessarily goods. UPS right now is laying off to over 200 workers. They're closing plants. UPS, those trucks had fire coming off those tires. That's how, right? That's how fast and how many deliveries that needed to be out. I mean, half those workers were losing their damn minds, right? Throwing the packages off to the side of the road. You remember that? That's how busy they were. And some people just couldn't even handle it. But right now, if you look on this one map, and I'll show you, look up Mr. MBB 333, everybody. Not now. Don't go in there now, please. But Mr. MBB 333. And he does a whole map of where the cargo ships come in and what goods. It'll be green or with goods in it, okay? I think red is like the crude oil and the bulk items, right? And do you realize that there is hardly no green dots for the cargo ships that are bringing goods into our country? Yeah, right, Jerry? Seriously. I mean, it's really, and now I love Temu. I love shopping with Temu because I get all my beautiful sundresses that hit my grip, right? And Temu now is showing the tariff charge of each product, each thing. So I won't be ordering from Temu for a while. I need bottles and jars for my skincare and cosmetics to make my new stuff. I can't even imagine I have to order that from bulk. Bulk gets it from China. That's going to be buku high. It's really going to get bad, everyone. And I noticed that when I went to Michael's craft store, and the spray that I need the gloss that covers the boards and stuff to protect the art, the shelves were starting to get so bare that there was hardly nothing there. I mean, things are going to start getting scarce. And I don't think people realize it right now, how many people are actually on unemployment. I really don't think people realize how many people lost their jobs. This is getting scary, everybody, and nobody wants to believe it. But it's really real. It's underway. It's happening. It's happening now. And so I saw on YouTube where this veteran, he started this group, and I guess, I don't know if it's next month or something like that they will be protesting at the White House. What good is that going to do? That ain't going to do no good. It's just, you're wasting your breath, seriously. I'm going to waste my breath. We got to pray for all, exactly. Well, right now, the apartments are up. The that the interest rates are up. I mean, even this is beyond sad, everybody, when you know gold goes down, right? Because gold basically hardly ever goes down in price. Gold always holds its value, right? And I looked and even gold was down. You know this is getting bad. This is bad right now. Companies cannot afford, and they don't want nobody to talk about this, and I'm sorry, I gotta hit the grip right now because this is about you know, things changing and about things happening. And I know people got off, but hey, it's gonna affect you. You watch, it's gonna hit you. Dollar Tree went up to, remember when it went up to $1.25? Well, guess what? Dollar Tree now is up to $1.75. It probably won't even be $1.75 anymore. All that stuff comes from China. It's really sad. Everything's gonna get really, my intuition said this timing, and I mean, I'm just warning you, it's gonna get hot, it's gonna get bad. Grids are gonna go down, you know? Just the other night, everyone, guess what I saw? A bunch of drones in the sky. They're back again. They're back again. My brother was working on my vehicle and I said, oh my God, I looked up and they're just back and forth, just trolling the sky. They're back again, but nobody wants to talk about that because we can't do anything about it. There's so much stuff is going to happen. It's scary. We got to be prepared, everyone. Don't live under your blanket and think that it's not going to happen to you. Don't live under your blanket and think, oh, well, everything will be okay. No, it's not. Once the heat starts hitting you, a lot of people aren't going to be able to handle the heat. It's going to be so hot. People are, you know, it's just a mess right now. With the tariffs are unshakable right now. And what's happening even when UPS and the brown trucks are grid down, right? And laying off 200 people and closing facilities down. Hell, there's even hospitals in rural areas that are closing down. Hospitals. Grid down, everybody. Seriously, it's grid down. And I mean, you gotta wake up to what's going on because it's gonna get really scary. And I don't like to be the bearer of bad news, but I keep it real in here. And then Jason's in California. I can't even imagine, man, the cost of living in California. My God, and all this stuff going on. And the ports, everybody, if you don't believe me, look on Mr. MBB 333. The man always tracks the ship and the cargoes that go in and out, you know, from China to here to come into the ports of the United States. And there's nothing, but guess who is prospering, and guess who is getting all kind of cargo going in and out of their country? China we're not stopped. China's groove is going, because China does not just ship products here to the United States. We're not the only ones, right? China has so much cargo ships. When he looks on the map, when you look on his map, and he shows you even China and all the cargo ships, China has not broke stride, but we have. What is that telling us, everybody? We're stopped. We're halted. Okay, all over. We're halted. All right? There's something going on. It's called tariffs. And it's not funny because they're so high right now, and we get so much, we rely on China for everything. You know, I know a lot of Americans go, okay, us Americans go, you know what, but we gotta start making stuff here. Do you realize how long that's gonna take for factories to move back to the United States of America here? Do you realize how long that's gonna take? Do you realize how much money that's gonna cost? It's not gonna happen overnight. Do you realize that it'll take years upon years to be in office when that happens? Do you understand? This stuff is serious effects right now. I don't know if they're not getting the memo at the White House of how important this is. I don't know what's going on, but they need to swing it back around. Come on, everybody's got to get intelligent. Everybody's got to get for real intelligent, and not all this bullshit back talk. Getting back is not helping our country. When you're trying to get back to the get back, it's not helping our country at all. This is enough of this childish bullshit of getting back to the get back. Okay, yes, you rounded up immigrants and this and that, and the farmers are suffering. The farmers ain't got no help. I just saw where Florida has a law now where little children, I guess 15 years old, can work at nighttime up until the day. That's child labor there, slave. You can't make this stuff up if everything is not, and I didn't want to come on and say this, but I have to because it is so bad right now. And it's so troubling right now. And it seems like people got to use some goddamn common sense up here. They got it when UPS said, you know, those brown trucks had fucking fire coming off there. There are over 200 people plus closing down. I mean, there is companies that are closing down, and it's not easy, Trump. It's not that easy as to say, well, we're gonna make this in America. No, it's not that easy because the companies are over in China, and it's so hard to bring everything back over here. It will take years. 3% of a company to bring it back to America will take damn near close to 3 years. But no, nobody wants to do the math on that. 3%, everybody. Can you imagine? Only 3% of a company bringing that back to America. What the hell's going to happen here? We can't live like this. We're not going to be able to survive. I don't know who is doing the math at the White House. I mean, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I don't know what's going on. But somebody better get a grip and do something, because we're not going to be able to live like this, and companies are not going to be able to survive. It's not going to happen. It's not going to be able to. Nobody's going to be able to do it. And now the companies are showing how much the tariffs are for a good, and how much more money you're going to pay for that. And so, you know, it's really sad. Small businesses like myself will suffer. Other businesses, even large companies, are suffering. Everybody, you're going to suffer, because when people start losing their jobs like they are, then it's really grid down, because they're not going to be able to afford their car payment, their car insurance, their house note. This is really happening right now. Right now. Oh, God bless me. Thank you, Jerry. And Bay Area to see make the dream come true. Yeah, thank you. But we gotta swing something back around, everybody. We got cargo ships that aren't even coming here. This is serious grid down. And I didn't want to talk about it because I don't like disrespecting any administration. But this damn near is beyond crazy. This is nobody's realizing these numbers. Elon Musk realizes these numbers. His numbers are going on. Do you think Elon Musk is worrying about losing Tesla? That man got so much damn money, he ain't even worried about it. He can lose Tesla and still be fine. He's got his stuff locked up. But you don't have your stuff locked up. We don't have our stuff locked up. We ain't that lucky. But this is serious stuff. And you can, if you don't believe me, you can go on to Mr. MBB where he tracks all of that. He has the tracker on there. And this is dire straits. We have no goods at this. Do you realize, everybody, how long it takes a cargo ship to go from China with goods in it that we buy, from China to the United States in one of our ports, whether it's a port in New Jersey, a port in California? Do you realize how long it takes the cargo ship to get here? It could take 2 to 3 weeks, maybe even longer. But no, nobody wants to believe none of this stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna get to that point. It's gonna get to that point. You know, it's going to get to that point. And this is a different kind of COVID, everybody. I am God serious. If you think COVID was bad with a disease, no, we're in a disease situation right now with the tariffs. It's completely different. No one's getting sick, but people are going to be very sick from not having a job, not being able to pay their car payment or their home payment. We're in a crisis right now called COVID, but only in a different way. Trump's going to have to sit down. He's going to have to calm himself down, and he is going to have to rework these tariffs instead of just doing whatever he's doing right now. It's hurting the American companies, hurting the American people. He's not hurting anybody but his own country, our country, because right now what's happening is very bad. I'm sure every single person in the sound of my voice their company is either going out of business, either laid somebody off, because everybody, think about this. Your company has to buy goods from China to make whatever they're making at that company. And if they can't afford that add-on of tariffs, they're not going to be able to do it. They can't afford to pay you and buy all these goods now, which are so insanely expensive because of the tariffs. This isn't funny. We're in a COVID situation. We need respirators for our life because we're not going to be able to handle what's about to come. People are going to be losing their cars. I mean, I just don't know. Their homes, they're not even going to be able to afford anything. It's going to be grid down this summer. It really is. People are going to be losing their minds. And so you got veterans that are upset now. They're going to be protesting. You know, it's really serious situation, what's going on. And I wish Trump would realize, look at these numbers, 3% of a company, if they bring just 3%, oh my God, that's not even, oh my Lord. You can't make this stuff up every day. I can't even tell you all this. This is not even funny. Only 3% of a company, 3%. If they would bring 3% of American company back to America, it would take years. To find something where you're going to start building stuff at. What are you going to, I mean, so you bring your company back here, right? Where are you going to go? There's not going to be, oh man. And it sounds good on paper, everybody. I must say, it all sounds great on paper. Oh, let's bring our jobs back home. Bring the companies back to America. Oh, it sounds great. Everything sounds great until it's not. Until it's not. It is not happening. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a struggle like there's no other. There's not give it time. We ain't got time to give. There's no time to give. There's not give it time. These companies are falling apart at the grips right now. Give it time, ain't got no time. We ain't got no time. UPS it laid off over 200 people because the packages are not coming in. Right? We gotta figure out something instead of being bullheaded. Listen, you can be a leader, but you don't have to be a leader that is saying, well, I'm gonna hold this over you because because of this. We ain't got time for that bullshit. We don't have time to play child's games like that. This ain't a child's game situation. This is our country. This is businesses on the line. We don't have time for all this craziness. We really don't, and we're living in it right now. And the terrorists are going to eat us up. This is a new COVID, everybody. But only nobody's getting sick. But this is a new COVID. And God forbid if we get some kind of freaking sickness like COVID, we're really done. We're heading into recession right now, Donald J. Trump president. We're heading into recession right now as we speak. This is not funny. And just like I said, I try to respect every administration, but my God, people gotta sit down and figure out something. Yes, all this shit sounds good on paper. Oh, bring your company back over to America. Bring it back over. It sounds good. Until it's not. It's not good right now. Yes, exactly. Where am I going right now? I'm going to my brother's. Because he'll be there today. Yesterday, he wasn't. I was just sitting and talking to his girlfriend yesterday. Grow up, right? Exactly. But, so, you gotta, know that what's right and what's wrong. And when somebody comes on and says, oh, grow up, you don't even know the economy. That's why you're stupid. That's why you're sitting there telling me to grow up, because you don't even know shit. You really don't. That's why we're in a situation that we're actually, oh my God, we've got, I'm zooming everywhere. That's why the person that told me to grow up don't know shit. They don't know about tariffs. They don't know about the percentages. They don't know shit. So they're sitting there telling me to grow the fuck up. No, you grow up. Because when it hits you, then you, oh, there's a feather. I wish I could jump out and grab it. It's good luck. Went under the Jeep. But, you know, it's really sad when people are so stupid, and I hate to use that terminology, everyone, but we are living in times where people are not using their fucking heads. They're not thinking about stuff. The consequences of everything is serious right now. It's serious. It's really serious. It really is. And this is the thing. It's easy to go to somebody, oh, grow up. It's easy to say that to somebody, right? It's easy to say that to somebody, right? And so, you know, it's easy for people to say things about people. It really is. When you're that stupid and you don't know shit, it's easy to come on and tell people, oh, you're dumb or this or that. Oh, they don't gotta respect me, Jason. They're not on my wavelength, because if they were, they would understand what I'm talking about. And they don't. That's the thing. This is why we're having so many problems, is no one wants to hear the truth. Everybody wants to hear this sugar-coated bullshit. I ain't got time for that, everybody. You look around and see what is going on, and you will see that I am telling the truth. It's sad. It's sad facts out there, everybody. It's sad facts. Our companies can't get over here that fast. It takes years. If you know anything about this, our companies, it will take time for them to get over. 3% of a company to come back over here from China is not even, it's insane. It's insane. That's sad. Only 3% to get 3% of your company. That's just like moving your goods, right? Your parts, right? Your conveyor belts. That's not even moving anything else. Come on now, people, use some sense. Come on and call me whatever. But we gotta start really using common sense when we're doing this stuff, because it's very serious. And if you don't believe me, go on Mr. MBB333, where he actually tracks the cargo ships, and there is nothing coming in here to the United States. The water is bare. The only thing that's coming in is crude, okay? Crude oil, bulk. There's nothing else. Nothing else. So, you know, with that being said, listen, everybody, I mean, you don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me at all. I'm not asking you to. I'm just saying. Absolutely, Jerry. It wreaks havoc on the everyday person, because especially, I mean, if UPS, if it's wreaking havoc on UPS, a large company like UPS, even FedEx, everybody's affected. Amazon, okay, Amazon's affected. Everything's affected. And Amazon wanted to put a tariff tag on there to let people know how much they're paying in tariffs, and they didn't want them to. But why not let people know how much they're paying extra for that good with these tariffs? If you don't have nothing to hide, I mean, why can't they put this down? Temu is, other companies are putting this tariff tag, so people can see how much they are paying additional, which is correct. You should, so people know exactly on that item that you're buying how much it was, and then how much it is now with the high tariffs. And then you will see what I'm talking about. Go to Temu and try to buy something, or even act like you're buying something, and it'll have the tariff part on there. And then you'll go, oh my God, she's right. Oh my goodness. Or go to Mr. MBB333, right? And see where he's tracking the cargo ships, and the only person with the cargoes doing good is China. Now, we're putting all these tariffs on China, and it's not affecting China one bit, everyone. It's affecting us dramatically here in our country. It's not affecting China. As a matter of fact, China is flowing. I mean, there's so much activity of growth, even with our tariffs, because they ship to so many other places, not just here. So it's not even affecting China in one bit. You can see it on Mr. MBB. He's tracking it, and you see China is loaded with cargo ships. This is real talk, real talk. But no, we want to be so blind and call people stupid, and it's because you don't know what you're doing. That's why you're coming on and calling people stupid. You don't even know. If you knew, you wouldn't do this stuff. you gotta use your mind when you're, I mean, yes, you can, I mean, you know, here's the thing, everyone. You can be a leader, right? You can be the strongest leader in the world. But if you don't have common sense, I don't know what kind of leadership that is if you don't have common sense. I am God serious. Because with leadership comes common sense, common ground. And it doesn't come with a get back to the get back, and I'm going to get you back because you don't believe what I believe, and you don't, we ain't got time for that kind of stuff. We're in this kind of situation here where it seems like we're in this nothing but get back, and it's ridiculous. To me, it's childish. I mean, I don't give a fuck who likes me, who don't like me. I could care less. If I'm a leader for all, not for some. I'm a leader that's going to be a leader for all. I'm not going to sit and try to do this shit. It's craziness. You know, I mean, it's insane what is honest to God happening. It's insane. Whether you want to believe me or not, this is, it's getting scary. And you don't have to believe me if you don't want to. I don't care. Yeah, there's my brother. He's there. I don't know. I'm not sitting outside, but they're in there probably watching videos. But I'll sit in here and talk a minute. But, you know, it's really getting scary, everybody. I'll be honest with you. I am not even going to sugarcoat nothing. You wait and see, and then you're going to be like, oh, my God, Tina was right. I mean, this stuff is really getting scary. You're gonna honestly go, wow, she was actually right. Because it's really getting scary. But no, if people would rather go, oh, well, she doesn't know what she's talking about, or this or that, or oh, shut up, or oh, you know, words are words to me. Words are words, okay? Words are like words. I don't even let your words affect me because I'm not a stupid woman. So if you're an intelligent person, you don't let the words of others that are just down to not, they're not even fixing to even care about stuff, even if it's affecting them. That kind of wording with those type of people don't even affect me because it's really ridiculous how people are living so stupidity. And it's ridiculous to live like that, everyone. When something is serious, is about to go down. And it's hot in the Jeep because I had the heat on. Yeah, right, Jason. And so, you know, I'm just talking real talk on here, everybody. I ain't got time to bullshit nobody. I mean, seriously, I have no time to bullshit none of you. I would not do that. Look at the companies. If it was, okay, think about this, everyone, and I'm not making this up. If it was so easy, right, to move your company from China back to the US, if it was that easy, wouldn't companies start getting the hell up out of China and move in here real quick? How comes companies aren't even moving anything back here? Not one company is coming back here. Do you get what I'm saying? Not one company, I think, has not even moved anything from China, because remember, 3% of your company, if you move it, it would take years to, you got to find a building. You got to set everything up. You can't make this stuff up, people. I am being real. It would take so long. It doesn't happen overnight like this. Okay, well, you know what? We're going to move right out of China right now. Why do you think companies haven't done that? Why? Because it's not that easy. It's not that easy as like this. Like everybody tells you it is. It's not like that. It's not like that. And I wish people would know that, but they don't. They don't want to learn anything from anybody. You know, they think everybody's stupid, but they are. But, you know, we're in reality here. We're in reality. We're in a recession here. We're in COVID times here. I mean, God forbid we have an attack. God forbid we have like some type of disease outbreak like COVID on top of what we're going through. We would never survive. We would never survive as a country, because right now we're heading into a recession. Let's see. Yeah, exactly, Jerry. Exactly. You're absolutely right. And see, this is another thing, and I'm not, you know, beating Trump and him over the head. I'm not doing that. I'm just keeping it real. You got to figure, everyone, the reason why there's no way that the companies in America are budging from China. They can't do it Because over here, do you realize the companies over here are struggling to get people to work in the factories? This isn't, people aren't trying to get in the factories anymore. I mean, you know, unless you have robots that are doing stuff. So if you move your company from China, which they probably only pay their workers $4 an hour to $3 an hour, hell, maybe even $5 an hour might be a good one for China. Do you realize, I'm just being God honest, what company right now do you know that has moved their business from China after Trump done these tariffs and go, let's go, we're going to start building in America? Because guess what? They're so used to paying that the workers over there don't require much for paycheck. Here in America, we need a paycheck to live, right? We're over there, it's like slave labor or something, you know. You know, they'll work for $5 an hour is great over there, but here it's not cutting it. We need 30, 40, 50. Hell, it all depends what job. 100. Yeah, back in, yes. So do you get what I'm saying, everybody? I mean, people coming on saying, you know, talking bad about me and say, no, listen to me before you go running up off the rail, you know, against me. I'm just keeping it real. I'm just being beyond honest with all of you, because honesty to me is the best policy, everyone. You know, you can lie to people all day long, but the truth is the truth, right? And what's happening with our the elf will steal your heart, better show. Okay. So, you know, just like I said, I would rather have somebody tell me the truth about what the hell's going on than sit and go, man, will things get better? Or, no, it's not. We're in a recession. We're heading to a recession. We should be in a recession probably by the end of this month, probably by next month. All hell's going to break loose by next month. I am serious. It is going to be real bad. Real bad that we don't got no cargo ships. You better start saving food. You better start rationing food, because when the shelves start going bare, people are going to start acting up because there's no food on the shelves. You got to start getting down serious, everybody. And I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. And I swear to you, I'm being honest with you. I would not lie to you. Look anywhere. 0 companies. I don't know one company that has moved out of China ever since these tariffs. Not one. They can't afford it. They can't do it. They cannot do it, because to hire workers to even set up the equipment, the little 3% that's coming over to, you know, right? Because it's going to take years to find a building, to get situated, to get all your stuff together, and hire a whole new workforce, which, guess what, is going to require probably $20 an hour to $30 an hour. I'm being serious. I am not lying to everyone. You know, and we're not equipped for it. The companies that are over in China are not equipped to come back to America. They're just not. They're not. And it's sad, because, you know, we right here in America, we need some wage to live, right? We're all struggling. Everybody needs a decent wage to live. You know, it is rough out there. I can't even imagine people with little kids, what they're going to do, you know, and how, and what's going to happen, because a lot of people are going to succumb to losing their homes, their cars. You know, it's going to really get bad. And no, it's not, and no companies are going to come back here. They can't do it. And so they'll have to figure out how they're going to get goods. They're going to have to figure it out. I just don't know. I don't know how they're going to do it. I just really don't know. There's no rhyme to the reason to this, everyone. There's no rhyme to the reason why any of this is happening. Any of this. It's no joke. You know, our veterans are hurting right now. They're getting ready to protest. You know, we're losing ground. We're in a COVID situation with no virus, but we're in a COVID situation right now. and no one is sick, but they will get sick when they see that they lost their job and they lost their home and their car. That's the COVID sick, right? That's gonna hit. And it's really sad. It's really sad, you know. And then we're coming up on summer. Now keep in mind, everybody, now think about this. We're running into a recession, which is inevitable at this point. When gold's down, you can't make this stuff up, everybody. When gold is down, we're done. We're like, gold don't normally never go down, okay? And when that's down, we are done, okay? Because gold usually holds its value so much. But can't make this up. Can't make this up. And it's really sad, everyone. It's really sad what's happening. It doesn't have anything. It doesn't matter what president is in there doing this. It doesn't matter. I'm an independent voter. I am not Democrat nor Republican. I am speaking from the middle. Just I am not on either sides, nor taking either sides. I am just saying it doesn't matter what president is in there. And all this shit is hitting the fan. This is not funny, what is happening. It's honest to God actually scary. Because we're so worried about the roundup to what we're not realizing that we're in a state of hello right now. Exactly. I wouldn't even protest. What is it going to do? Exactly, Jerry. Save your breath, save your sign, and save your time. I wouldn't even protest. What you going to do? It's all about, I guess, their voices being heard. But so, because nothing's going to change. And I don't know what's going to happen, everyone. Now, there's going to be midterms that are going to come up. And I really, truly believe that Trump's got to prepare for these midterms that'll come up next year or something. Because what's going to happen is those Republicans that are in those seats and they're going to be up, they're done. They're going to be going. People are there. If people have to bust these voting polls up, that none of these people get back in office again, it's going to be midterms are going to say it all. Midterms, they're not thinking about that because a lot of them are thinking, okay, well, we got our seat because, you know, we're Trump's people. We need fair election here in our country. After all, we are in America, right? We are in America. We should have fair elections, right? Nobody should be rigging an election for somebody to win, right? This is America. This isn't a third world country. This isn't a country where there's dictators. This is America after all, right? So why are we acting this way? Why are we doing this? Yeah, we have 4 years, yes, but there's midterm elections for those seats, you know? So everybody will see. I don't think that what if those Dems get those midterm seats? Look it up. When's the midterm elections happening? What, next year or something? They're in trouble. They'll probably, you know, I mean, seriously, they're not thinking that like that, though, Jerry. Honest to God, I'm telling you, you know, just as, you know, people in Pennsylvania here, in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, that Republican lost his seat. They didn't think that would happen. You can't be arrogant about stuff. You know, you know. But you know, we can't be like this because right now we're heading down the tube, so to speak. We're heading down the tube. We're heading down the sliding board. Gold went down the sliding board. We are down the sliding board. And it's very scary. It's very, and I just, you know, it's just too much to even talk about. I didn't even want to talk about it, but something told me to just talk about it because, you know, when we're talking about change and timing is everything. But now the timing is time for something, a change, because if not, we are heading into dire straits. Well, we'll be in dire straits. We already are. And, you know, who knows what's going to happen. Hi, Salvador. Dor, how are you? So let's see what happens, everybody. Let's see what happens. But, you know, I think that when people um, don't think before they do things, right? They don't think before they do things. And then the repercussions of things, right? Is insane, everybody. You can't, this repercussion of what is happening. And then our country, and now let me get back to this, everybody. And I didn't want to talk about this nor touch on this, but I have to because it's eating my guts up. And I got to talk about this real quick. You know, our country is not for sale. You know what I mean? This is our America, after all. It doesn't matter what color you are. Doesn't matter. We're all here. You know, if you're born here, this is all of our country, not some. This is all, right? Yeah, right. I know, right? So, so the thing is, now what upsets me is any leader, any dictator, anyone with what, $4 or $5 million. I think it's, what is it, 5 million? I mean, you can correct me, everybody, if I'm wrong. I'm just gonna round it to 5 million. If anybody, now what in the hell is going on? Trump got to stay focused on what's real stuff is going on, which we're heading into. We're in a recession, getting ready to. But you know, if somebody has $5 million, doesn't matter if it's a dictator, doesn't matter if it's anybody that hates our country, they can buy a gold green card. It's not green, it's gold. If you have $5 million, did you ever see anything so crazy? So if you have $5 million, and a lot of these other countries, the leaders even, right? I mean, like $5 million will get you a beautiful gold green card to our country for $5 million. And this is what's happening. And do you realize that a lot of these people will be buying them green cards, the oligarchs that have lots of money, that don't like our country? They're going to be coming and buying up real estate. You don't know what else they'll be doing here, right? Because if they buy themselves a green card, you don't know who else they're buying. They have money, right? And you don't know who else they're going to be buying a green card for. They could be buying a green card for people that do not like us. There is other countries that people do have that kind of money that aren't good people, but they will, as long as they have that $5 million, they get that gold visa green card, right? And I think this is getting scary. I really think we are in times where we're seriously, it's seriously getting scary. Because just as, you know, the administration wants people to come in the honest way, which they have to go through processes and everything, right? And get background checks and this and that. How comes if somebody has $5 million, can they just buy one of these gold visas and just enter our country? And it doesn't matter. As long as you got $5 million, you got a gold card, and you got a permanent visa to our country. Does that make any sense, everybody? Tell me, does any of that make any sense? This is not funny, everybody. This is not funny, because the repercussions, the long-lasting repercussions of what is happening right now is we're not going to be able to climb out of this for years. I mean, it's surpassing Trump's now 4 years, right? We're not climbing out of this anytime soon. We're not. I can't even leave here without, exactly, Jason. So so you got to figure, who has, even the Taliban, all these different people, they have lots of money. They have lots of money. They have the $5 million plus another $5 million for someone else that shouldn't be in our country. And I'm sure they can get another $5 million for someone else that shouldn't be in our country. But money talks now and bullshit walks. And as long as you got $5 million, you can buy that beautiful, and I mean beautiful, beautiful gold green card to our country. And in the meantime, us Americans, we're struggling. We're trying to figure out things. We're losing our jobs. We're losing our homes, our cars, and inflation and the prices, and we know goods. There is something so serious going on. I don't even know what it is, everyone. I'm God serious. It took everything for me to say this, because I know that, you know, there's so many people just, you know, it took everything for me to say it. Oh, the dreamers, yeah. Yeah. But so if you have $5 million, Jerry, any dreamer, they can just dream on over and grab that one of those beautiful, and I mean beautiful, gold visas, right? Gold green cards. But we'll have to exactly pray for our country, pray that what is to come, right, and what is foreseen from my intuition is just, we're just praying to God for, because something's happening, everybody. Something's happening. I saw these drones over the apartment, just going like this. I don't know if they were collecting data, but they were just, and it was drones, because I've seen them already. And now they're back, but nobody talks about the drones anymore. And until something happens, right, everyone? Then you talk about it when something happens. But you don't do nothing while you see it roaming through the skies. And that, my dear, this is America right now that we're living in. This is serious stuff. This is serious stuff. We need some, we got to get through this craziness. Because if we don't, do you imagine all the foreclosures, right? Hi, Noah, honey, how are you doing? Do you imagine all the foreclosures? Can you imagine all the jobs and all the factories that are going to be closing down? Can you imagine this? It's happening right now, right in our faces, but nobody wants to believe this. No one wants to believe it. Just give it time. Oh, be patient. And in the meantime, it's not affecting China. It's affecting us, right? And we can't, our companies aren't going to be able to come back here. It's not possible. And in the meantime, so many people are going to believe the falsity of being patient. And when they start losing their jobs, their homes, their cars, then they'll see the light of day that this is very serious, right? Very, very dire serious. What's Noah doing? Yes, hi, Jason. Hi, Noah, honey. So, you know, with that being said, everybody, I will be tapping out tonight. Let me dig in here, and I'm going to dig in here and see just really quickly what our boards have to say. I'm going to mix this. I brought them along just for us to get a little grip, okay? Let's just see. I just brought them along for fun because I thought, you know, sometimes let's see what our the cards say for our country. How about that? And I'm just gonna pick. Oh man, they're itchy. And what, you know, because these aren't really. I mean, this isn't my tap, so this is just the boards. I mean, you know, my tap is more effective, right? So I mean, I don't know. I'm just gonna pull. Something's telling me to pull these 3 cards here and this one here. I don't know what they are, but it's really sad. I mean, I just wish that we had some kind of hi, Charlie B. Oh, you guys are missing some good stuff. So we got here. Oh my goodness, we got here. Stay strong, everybody. We got stay strong, and we have to, because we're talking about the economy and stuff, Charlie B. You have to stay strong, just like I said, everybody. This is, look how the art I done on that card. You have to stay strong. Oh, and there's something about, this could be cheating this system. Let's not even go with that one. But you got to let it go, everybody. You got to let go of the things that are ailing you. This is not my tap, which the tap is very telling. So these are just the boards. We can really, you know. So we gotta just, they gotta let it something go. But at the end of the day, everybody, here's what we all strive to be, and that's good humans, right? But so just like I said, you can't blame our countries. I mean, you can't blame our companies right here in America, everybody. I just want to say that you cannot blame our companies for not just upjacking, right? Upjacking and just going, okay, well, let's pull out now. Let's pull out of China right now. You can't, that's upjacking. And they can't afford to do that. They can't afford to do that. You know, so tonight I'll be tapping on the boards, and we'll find out exactly what the boards have to say, everyone, because you know the boards don't lie. And these are just cards for each individual person's needs, not, you know, I mean, this ain't about, you know, there's nothing about a country or anything, but that's for each individual reading. Yes, Charlie B is in the house. But you know, and just like I said, you know, when we realize right now, everyone, we're realizing that this is not okay. And this is another thing I want to say in closing with this video, and then I will definitely see you tonight. I'll be back. I'll be on at 8:30 tonight. If I can come on a little bit earlier, I will. You know, but in closing with this, guess what? We're really learning right now with all this stuff that's happening. Is now we're realizing that this isn't about skin color. No lie. We're realizing that now. We're realizing it. So I've encountered and talked to people, honestly, and I'm not lying to all of you. I've talked to people that were honestly racist. And they said, Tina, we can't even be racist anymore because this isn't even about a color thing now. This is about an all of us thing. And I'm like, when did you actually get that? Because when you, as a racist person, whether you're black and racist, whether you're white racist or whatever, and you get the fact that right now, every person is hurting from this. It doesn't matter if you're Democrat or Republican. As a matter of fact, it doesn't matter, right? Because just like this racist person said, Tina, I can't even blame black people anymore. I almost fainted because, like, you know, this person was blaming black people and us black people, and they were blaming Mexicans, and they were blaming everybody else, and they fell into that, right? Until it happened to them. And they realized it's not about race, which I told all of you before. This isn't about race, everybody. This isn't. We're all in this together. People that are very racist have lost their jobs, can't afford their bills right now, can't afford nothing, right? They're no better right now than a Mexican person or a black person, because everybody's all in this together, right? It doesn't matter. This isn't about race. We as humans make this about race. Get this part. We as humans are making this about race. When it's not. It's not. When will we ever get over this fact that it's not about race? Because what is happening now is happening to everyone. Everyone. Right across the board, everyone. It's happening to everyone. It doesn't matter what color you are. Everybody. It's happening to everyone. Remember that, people. This is not, we're in a race now to for our lives, really, with the tariffs. We're in a race for our lives because with a lot of people don't have a backup plan financially. I'm not lying to you. My intuition says a lot of people in America here don't have a backup plan financially. Doesn't matter if you're racist, you're happy, you're sad, you're not, you're mad. It doesn't matter. So we're all in this together. And guess what? We all got to survive this together. It doesn't matter. So the next time you look at somebody, whether you're black and racist or whether you're white and racist, and you want to hate somebody for their race, guess what? It's happening to you. Like it's happening to them. Only in a different spin, right? Because you can look at somebody and go, oh, they're black, and I'm better than that. No, you're not, because you done lost your job. You get ready to use your house, your truck, right? So are you better than a person of color or a Mexican person? Absolutely not. It's not about race. Us humans are so sickening toward one another. Do you realize how sickening we are toward one another? We are God shit sickening toward one another. We are sickening to the point where we're hating one another because of what skin color we are when we're all in this shit together. We're all falling down together. We're falling together. And when will some people actually get that? Right? Because we're all in this and we're all like, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, everybody. This isn't about race. Oh my God, my brother said my headlights are on. This isn't about, I left my headlights on for an hour if the Jeep starts. Oh my gosh. But anyhow, this isn't about like race, everybody. It's not. Please remember this. I don't care if you're racist or not, but remember, it's not about race, because we're all in this race of survival. We are in this race of survival because people are losing their jobs that never thought that they would be in this race of survival, because they thought it would just be us black people, or they thought it would just be Mexican people, until something happened to them and they lost their job. And now about to lose their house, their truck, their car, and even their families. It's not about race. We got to get over this bullshit now, starting now, and have compassion for one another. Because at the end of the day, we're all going to need compassion for one another. I'm God serious. It doesn't matter. We're all going to need compassion, because right now what's happening, it's just like Charlie B said, it's grids down. It's grids down. So until then, I'll see you tonight, everybody. Thank you. Don't forget to hit the subscribe. Don't forget to hit the like. And I'll see you when I see you. And I'll see you tonight, everybody, for sure. I'm going to come on and do the tap, okay? So I'll see you then. Bye.